Henry, how
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, man. As always, this show, sometimes we're in a bit of a tricky situation where things are going on around us that, and then we got to come in on here and do some silly bets. So certainly our thoughts and prayers going out to all the people dealing with the fires out in Boulder and that whole area. Please stay safe. And yeah, tune into this later because it'll be evergreen. We'll have a full weekend preview. You take care of yourselves right now. We'll be thinking about you. Henry, how are you doing, man? It's been a minute. How's life treating you?
So whenever I am supposed to do this show with you, something
Yeah.
happens so that I have
Oof.
to focus on something else. And so again, like I just hit publish on the story of the Buffs
You did
hiring a
it.
new defensive line coach when they already had a defensive line coach, and
You did it, kids.
it all worked out. Good news though, I had left my wallet at my girlfriend's apartment in Superior or Louisville, one of those places where the fires are.
Where the fire's gone.
Girlfriend's roommate grabbed my wallet on her way into the evacuation or something. So,
Oh my gosh.
good news for me, I guess.
What a legend.
Everything else seems pretty terrible up there.
She's safe?
She is safe. Yes.
Okay. That's phenomenal.
It is.
All right. You love that. Yeah, you kind of just put that on me that your lady's in the #1 evacuation area. So good for you. You've got a glow to you right now, Henry. You've got
Turn the lights on.
Yeah, you got a spark in your eye. The old cat that stole the canary. Is that what it is? Cat that caught the canary?
To the cat I know would be interested in the canary. I'm not sure what word we use for that.
Guys,
I'm
we
sure
should know this. Oof, damn, I hate that we don't know this. All right, well, Henry, with all that, you've prepared a big 3 for us. I saw that you were very on brand. All college football. Are you excited about these bowl games? What did you think about the bowl games yesterday?
This is when the bowl games start to be interesting.
Yes.
I thought that I was going to watch Oregon, Oklahoma, and then I was
Uh-huh.
sitting here watching a documentary about the Boston Marathon bombing. And I was like, well, I would plan to hit pause on this and watch that.
Yep.
Just didn't happen, and by then I was behind, and like we knew what was going to happen, right? It's Oregon.
I thought in the documentary, since it's about an event that happened many years ago. Yeah.
Very similar to what the movie said happened, actually.
Yeah, we did kind of see it coming, right? That the Ducks were gonna get cranked. I wish I hadn't gone harder on that on the show. I also didn't go harder on fading the Kraken. The Kraken were back to be faded. Had a bit of a stressful evening, and that was really enjoyable. Not stressful, really. My mom's in town, and my mom found a way to tick me off and stress me out.
Wait, what was that way?
Sometimes. Okay, so within the span,
to know that
yeah. Let's do this. Within a 90-minute span, she managed to both get locked out of her Amazon/Kindle account and also transfer money from her Italian bank account she's visiting from Italy to I don't know what bank account, but apparently not the bank account she wanted to.
Oh no. Did those then become your problems, Dre?
Essentially, I kind of took those on, and yeah. She wasn't the best at troubleshooting and explaining the issues. So it's just part of it all. It's part of it all, Henry. Yeah,
it is part of it all.
Even your relationship with your parents, it evolves as you yourself become a parent. Crazy enough.
Wow, that's great life advice, Dre.
Thanks, buddy. There's your big 3. Wow. Reading my mind over there on the production side. I love that. As I hinted, Big Hank, all college football, very on brand for him. So take it away here, Henry.
Yeah, so Bama's playing Cincinnati, and it's been like a couple years. I mean, when did UCF say they were the champions? That was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, we're half a decade into this whole like we want to see a G5 school get to the playoff. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's just not gonna. Like, congrats, it was fun. They're gonna be there. Bama is just so much better than anybody that Cincinnati has ever faced, and it's going to be a bloodbath. And so this minus 13.5 hammer that. It's Nick Saban. It's the playoff. It's Cincinnati. Like, have fun, whatever. But it's Cincinnati playing Nick Saban in the playoff. Georgia -7.5. Michigan. This one was a little bit tougher for me.
Yeah.
I just think that Georgia defense, like it's a tick above what the Michigan defense is for sure. And the Georgia offense is absolutely better, I think, than the Michigan offense. And so you just look at it like that. Plus the fact that Georgia's been here before, like it just feels like another time where you bet on the SEC and they're going to get you money. It feels like it's Bama, Georgia in the championship to me.
Right. Also a little more fire in their belly after that loss. Right. And Michigan, instead, they kind of just won like back-to-back Super Bowls. They finally beat Ohio State. They finally won the Big Ten championship. And now, so okay. I like it.
And
I like
Daxton Hill, their star safety.
Yes, huge, man. Huge.
Jim Harbaugh is giving like the most vague responses to all of this. But like he's like, yeah, no, he's not here. He might be here tonight. Like, and it's like, well, whether he's playing or not. And I guess it's like obviously a COVID thing. So we'll see about that. But that's another just if you're worried about the 6.5 versus 7.5, that's enough to make me feel more confident about that. Utah +4.
Oof.
Playing Ohio State in the Rose Bowl, I just think, we saw what Oregon did to Ohio State, and we saw what Utah did to Oregon, and that's not how college football works, but I do think there is something to the fact that, like, Utah's better in the trenches, and Ohio State has some opt-outs. Utah doesn't have any opt-outs. Like, Devin Lloyd's going to be out there just beating those guys up. There's a reason Ohio State has opt-outs. This is, like, worst-case scenario for them, is going to the Rose Bowl. They went to the Rose Bowl like 4 or 5 years ago and like, yeah, it's cool. And they've been to the playoff every year since. Like they had to send back tickets. They couldn't even sell all their tickets. Meanwhile, this is going to be like a packed Utah crowd. They're going to the Rose Bowl for the first time ever. They're all fired up. They've got their full team. Their full team thinks this is a real game. And it might be. Like these bowl games up until this point, not real football. But the Rose Bowl,
it's where it starts. New Year's 6 kind of starts. Yes,
I think so. So yeah, I've got Utah with the points there. I'll take the points for sure.
That's a very compelling case for Utah because I am on Ohio State. Their quarterback and one of their 3-star wide receivers will be there. But you're right, and the way they've been in the trenches this year does feel like, even from more of an X's and O's standpoint, they might have something there to exploit. Okay. Interesting. How's the Pac-12 done in bowl season so far?
Oh, aren't all the Power 5 conferences always really terrible? Like, just because they don't care. Like, it's always exactly. Like, I mean, we got Colorado State right up the road. Imagine if Colorado State got to play whatever Pac-12. Like, that is their Super Bowl.
Right,
for the
you
Pac-12
get up
team,
for it.
Like, well, shit, I guess we're not going to the playoff. I guess we're not going to the Rose Bowl. Alamo Bowl, yeah, that'd be kind of cool too, but we're not even in that. Like, so no, I think they've been terrible. Have they only played the 2? Because UCLA got canceled.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So right. I mean, 0-2. It is what it is. It's
what can you do?
Bowl. I don't get the Bulls.
It sounds like we've hit a real inflection point, and Bulls are gonna change pretty quickly. Like, I think this might be the last of the Jumbo Bowl where anyone who's 500 or above gets a bowl. Basically.
Apparently, like, there's the Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl.
I'm asking you about.
You broke up a little bit, but they've got the they didn't show the mayonnaise dump after the game. Like, ESPN just cut away. And it's their own fault. And I thought it was really dumb when they said, "Oh, yes, we're dumping the mayonnaise after we give out the trophy." It's like, that's not how that works. You dump it right when the game's ending on the coach on the field. And it's like, ESPN's not showing the Duke's Mayo Bowl trophy ceremony. Like, there's a billion things better. I mean, why are they even showing half these bowls in the first place? So if you're not even getting that, like, I think it's time for this whole thing to a bigger playoff, 2014 playoff to go FCS style.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think that's kind of where we're at. You should find there is a video of the guy getting dumped on after in like a green room. He seems really disgusted by it. You're an anti-mayo guy, right?
Oh no! I love
You're
mayo.
pro mayo. Oh shit.
I
Okay. Me too.
actually
I
got
wouldn't
some
mind.
light mayonnaise recently, and it just feels wrong. I've never done it
Yeah.
before, but I was like, it'd be a healthy decision. You can get a whole bunch of sandwich things. I got like 8 cans of tuna fish. It's like if you're gonna be mixing all these tuna cans with mayonnaise, you're gonna be really happy. And it's like, what am I doing? It's mayonnaise. It's an American staple.
Yeah, and on the other hand, producer Kale saying some very not nice things about mayonnaise in our private chat here. So
I just don't get that.
conflicting views. I of course grew up in Europe, so I love mayonnaise. Well, there you go, Mike Trout. Hey, it's really you either love it or you hate it. Just had myself a leftover turkey sando with some delicious mayo.
It just freshens it right up. It's crazy what mayonnaise can do.
It was amazing.
I've always called sandwiches mayonnaise vehicles.
That's great. I think more people should be doing that, frankly.
Yeah.
Let's go to my some may call it a mayonnaise vehicle. We call it a big 3 on this show. And congratulations, Henry, producer Kale, all of our lovely listeners, because you are witnessing show history, a parlay in a big 3. That's right, folks. I have no fear.
Wow.
Even unpredictable NHL COVID hockey, which look, I was ready to create a much bigger parlay, and then I said, no, remember, it's very unpredictable. But these two I feel great about, Henry, because Calgary's taking on the Kraken coming off a back-to-back. They're going to get murdered. And San Jose, they are playing the Philadelphia Flyers, who, guess what, just played the Kraken yesterday. So both these opponents getting weaker opponents coming on the second game of a back-to-back. Parlay those together, plus 149. Absolutely love this. I've loved the NHL being back. And then Cincy Bama, I think you're a little too low on Cincy. I think you're reading the name tags just a little too much. Cincy, wasn't it last year in a bowl against Georgia? They were hanging tough until their left tackle got injured.
That's the G5 bowl game thing. That's the G5 Power 5 bowl game thing.
That is true. You're right. Georgia has no incentive. They're like, God, now we got to play Cincinnati. Like, there's literally zero upside to us winning this game. While Cincinnati, it's like the ultimate reputation builder. Fair point, Henry. That said, though, Luke Fickell, he's been in these situations before. Their coach, former defensive coordinator at Ohio State. They have a lot of NFL talent, like legit NFL talent on that defense. Yep. I think the offense will struggle. However, I don't think Desmond Ridder is going to have the goods to really keep this close with Bama. But because both are high-end defenses with a lot of NFL talent and some tremendous coaches, I think the under will hit very comfortably. In fact, I think this 57 is set quite irresponsibly. I think this should really be more reasonably a 48.5 type of total here. And then to mix it up, I'm going to give you an NFL line. How weird is it to have no Thursday night football today? But nevertheless, Rams taking on the Colts. Colts don't have Carson Wentz. I don't know why I said the Rams, because it's the Raiders. Raiders, on the other hand, miserable offensively since Gruden and Ruggs have left. The Colts, tremendous on defense, very well coached. They can really ground and pound you without their starting quarterback. They kind of can shorten the game that way. That's why at 44.5, I think that under is tremendous value. So there you go. NFL bowl season and an NHL parlay. What's better than that, Henry?
There is nothing better. Nothing better than all of that.
Thank you. May I suggest one thing that could be better? If you're a new user on DraftKings Sportsbook, Hank, get this. $5 to win $200 if you get it right. If you get the old gamble right on any NFL market. Had you heard about this? You doing the same read on your podcast?
I do, But
Oh,
you asked me the first question. I was going to lie and
You
act
were
like
gonna-
it
I don't
was
know
news
why.
to me.
I don't know
But then
why.
you kind of pinned me
I
after
did.
I said, no, I haven't heard.
That was my hope. That was my hope to
You
pin
got
you.
me.
So there you go. DraftKings Sportsbook, #1 in the land, best app, best customer service, best deals, offers. It's just the best all around, best payouts. There are guys, and known Mayo hater, and yet one of the great producers in the entire land, bringing that read up just when I needed it. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook will they match your $1,000 first deposit bonus when you use that code DNVR. Use that code DNVR. And, must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Let's go to that dilemma, Henry, as we get weekend ready. What do you think about a cross sports parlay that potentially crosses years, Henry? Could I propose that to you?
A time traveling multi-sport parlay?
Yes.
Yes.
It's kind of the first of its kind. It's what we like to do. But as you may have heard, the year will be changing in just a couple more days, Henry.
I have heard.
And there are lots of sports being played in between those days. As you might notice, no Nuggets props on this here show because that game has been postponed, but plenty of NBA. And then we've got NFL bowl season, NHL. The FCS Natty is being played in a minute, right?
No.
That's not this weekend. It's next weekend.
That's not. You scared me though. You gave me no. They always have like a 2-week
January 8th. January 8th. Okay. FTC. Okay. So Henry, I'll let you, though I gave you no prep for this. You want to kind of guide us through this, start us off where you think this cross sports parlay may be most intriguing this weekend.
Wow.
And if I were to put you on the spot, I would say, what's the NFL line you love the most going into this week?
NFL line. It's just so tough with all the COVID for sure. I was originally tempted to say take the Broncos because this feels like a time when they get a win, when it's like it moves them the wrong way in the draft position. It confuses people when it comes to Drew Lock. You could see him putting up like 38 points this week, and then it felt like the drama and the storylines were pointing toward that. But now everybody has COVID, and so I just don't want to mess with COVID.
It's true.
Seems like a bad idea.
Point. It's a great point.
Let's go to see like some of these Cardinals +6. What's up with the Cardinals?
Well, they just stink now. They're healthy. It's not anything COVID related
Cowboys
necessarily.
I think they stink too.
Did you know Micah Parsons has the shortest odds for Defensive Player of the Year this year?
I believe
not
it.
Rookie. Defensive Player of the Year.
He's pretty good.
Insane what he's done. I think Trayvon Diggs with all those interceptions though might be better value at +750.
Give me.
So you're looking at the Cards
+6.
+6.
+6.
Okay.
It's a lot of points, Dre.
I don't know if we just got a sweet boy pick here or what's going on.
That does feel like one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Feels like you walked right into a platter of cheese. Doesn't it?
Like cheese.
Like you just dunked yourself in a big pool of queso blanco.
The more you say that, the more I think you might be right.
Yeah. You think that maybe the odds makers are onto you here and they're just baiting the hell out of you.
Lions +7 against the Seahawks.
Actually, that's a tremendous line. That I can endorse. I think Ryan liked them straight up at +235. It's not bad value. The Seahawks have lost to worse teams in the last couple games. So that
does it scare you at all that the people are still saying they want the Broncos to trade for Russ? Like he's missing throws. Like he's been bad. If you're a good quarterback, like it's not like Aaron Rodgers has ever had a season like this. It's not like any of those guys have. Like
I know, but it's literally like only Aaron Rodgers, Brady, and Peyton never had bad seasons. Every other quarterback, they do have bad seasons once in a while.
Yeah, I guess.
Like Drew Brees. What if Russell Wilson's just as good as Drew Brees? Drew Brees would have some stinkers once in a while. Some years it'd be like, geez, how are the Saints losing the NFC South against all these trash teams? But
yeah, I guess.
that said, I mean, gun to my head, if the compensation's the same, even though the age difference is significant, I'd probably go AA Raj over Russ.
Easy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, there you go. Austin, yeah, major. So maybe we fade that. Maybe we fade Henry's sweet boy pick of the day and take the boys. But I like your Lions pick, so we'll do the Lions pick.
Yep.
Now, highest scoring games, Henry, it's a daily special in the NHL app. Mm-hmm. You could pick the highest scoring game to be Lightning Panthers. Forward on those teams pretty healthy, but they're down to some second or third string goalies. So the total's set at 6.5. You know how in the NHL usually it's 5.5. Mm-hmm. If they expect it to be high scoring, they'll set it at 6. 6.5, they're really overextending themselves. You can get that to be the highest scoring game of the NHL slate at plus 400. That's just a free tip from Uncle Andre right there. Okay. Let's throw my NHL parlay, Sharks, Flames, with the Lions plus 7. So, should we just go all out and go Lions money line here, Henry?
No, I would not.
Oh, okay.
Asking for trouble there. Like they just lose so many of those close games. I feel like covering plus 7 just feels like a lock. It doesn't need to be turned into a gamble. Fair
enough. Of your 3 bull picks, which is the one you feel best? Bama. And you could even say my under pick. Okay, I kind of love your confidence on this one. Bama minus 13.5. I would allow a first half spread of minus 7 if you would prefer.
I'll take the 13.5. Just give me the whole game.
Let's go. Yes, boa constrictor mode. Plus 773. And then we can peruse the association has nothing for us.
No.
They
don't have any of their players.
College hoops is a stay away, right, Henry? College hoops isn't giving us much, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nothing that stands out, at least.
There you go. When are the Buffs coming back? Can you break that on our show for us?
It's supposed to be Monday.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
In theory, Monday, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Denver against Oral Roberts.
Always take Oral.
Okay. Minus 14.5. That parlay comes to plus 1532. If you don't feel like Oral, you could take that out.
Stop right there. Nobody feels that way.
Right. Honestly, fair enough. I say that would be plus 773 minus the Oral, but if you're feeling like Oral tonight, don't
turn down Oral. Never turn down Oral.
1532. Yeah, there you go, guys. That's to recap. Calgary Flames, San Jose Sharks, money lines tonight game. By the way, the value on these is just increasing by the minute, so you might as well jump on now while you can. Lions plus 7 over the lowly Seahawks. That's 2 fade Seattle picks. You love to see it. Mm-hmm. We're fading Cincinnati with Bama minus 13.5. And we're also fading the University of Denver and taking Oral Roberts minus 14.5. Lock it in. That is what a parlay. What a parlay. I knew I could bring you on to have some fun, if not give out some winners, one or the other, right? So, and El Perro in action tonight, Barkey. Wow. So lots of yes.
Wait, who is that?
Alexander Barkov.
Where is he from? He has a Spanish nickname.
On this show he does.
Oh, okay. It's a this show thing. That makes more sense.
It is a this show thing. Yeah. Two of my regular shop props are Alex DeBrincat. So we call him El Gato because there's cat in his name.
Okay.
And Alexander Barkov because Bark
Bark.
is in his name. In
Yep.
his name is El Perro. So that's how that worked out. Wow, that's really special being able to say that out loud to a fellow human being. That's some pretty special nonsense we do on a regular basis here on this show. All right, guys, this was delightful. Thank you, Henry. And again, everyone stay safe out there. Happy New Year's. We are taking New Year's Eve off. We'll be back on the other. We'll be back next year, right? Henry, you love that? Is that a good one?
That's great.
Okay, so
See you
we'll be
next
back
year.
next year. Yeah, see you next year. Bye, guys.